All right. Hopefully by now you're getting used to what that sound means. KPRC 2 Plus on the road, helping you find some fun places to visit, like a last-minute road trip. What a great idea at this time of the year. Our second stop this morning is the city of Amarillo. The city is the largest in the Texas Panhandle, and it's 9 hours from Houston. To tell us about it, well, let's see, it's Hope Stokes. Hope, are you there with us?
Yes, I am.
Forgive me, I had a little technical glitch, but we got you here loud and clear, and you are with Visit Amarillo. Is that right?
That is correct. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you here for sure. We've been doing these road trips all week, and you know, the Panhandle being so far from Houston probably isn't a place that hits people first, but why should folks in Houston think about a road trip to Amarillo?
Well, there's a lot of wonderful reasons, and we actually do see a lot of people come through from Houston. Some of our big things that people come here for are like Palo Canyon, Cadillac Ranch, of course, historic Route 66. There's lots of, as we like to say, Old West and New West things to do in Amarillo. So we do see a lot of travelers coming from the Houston area.
Okay. Talk about a little bit more about that historic Route 66. I mean, it's been made famous with songs, movies, et cetera, et cetera. And I guess part of it runs through Amarillo. So how do the two connect?
Yeah, absolutely. So Amarillo's right in the heart of the Mother Road. I think a lot of times people forget that Route 66 runs through Texas, but it definitely does. Amarillo is the largest city along the route in Texas. We have a thriving historic district. It's the Route 66 Historic District. There's tons of shopping, bars, restaurants, and lots of other fun things to do along the district there. So it's a great road trip stop to kind of get back to your Americana roots and have a good time in Amarillo.
I know a lot of folks have seen the famous photos of the Cadillacs buried nose down in a field. That's the Cadillac Ranch, right? Can you give us a little bit more on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Cadillac Ranch is definitely a Route 66 icon. What it is 10 Cadillacs buried in the ground. Actually, fun fact, they are buried at the same angle as the Pyramid of Giza. So basically what it is people can go out, they bring spray paint, they are encouraged to leave their mark on Cadillac Ranch and then go on their way. So it's a really simple but Instagrammable spot, if you will, and just a fun place to leave your mark that will be forever ingrained in the Cadillacs.
Okay, so just for years, people have been just spray painting these Cadillacs.
Yes, and it is encouraged. Anything outside of spray painting is not, but you can go out there. There's a little truck where you can buy spray paint, get other goodies, and get some coffee as well. So yeah, it's a quirky, world-known roadside attraction.
It's so many of these things, right? They're just uniquely Texas. That is definitely one of them. For folks that want to get outdoors, talk a little bit more, if you would, about Palo Duro Canyon. I've never been there. What's that all about?
So Palo Duro Canyon is the second largest canyon in the United States, or as I like to say, the largest drivable canyon in the United States. Unlike the Grand Canyon, you can drive from the top to the bottom and all around the canyon. It is an attraction that most people don't expect because we are in the rolling plains or the high plains. So for you to be driving and there to be a massive canyon that just drops off is a really cool and surreal experience. The canyon itself is like 120 miles long and 800 feet deep. Most of it's privately owned, but there is a portion that is Palo Duro Canyon State Park, where there's 30 miles of hiking and biking trails and about 1,500 acres of horseback riding, camping, lodging a little bit outside of the canyon and private land. There's zip lining, Jeep tours, Humvee tours, posse-style horseback riding, just lots of wonderful, fun things to see and do in Palo Duro Canyon.
What would be, in your opinion, maybe that one unique thing that maybe not a lot of visitors know about? Is there sort of something off the beaten path you might suggest?
Yeah, I have a couple, but the top three are definitely Starlight Ranch Event Center. Most people know the Big Texan. We're incredibly well known for that. This is also owned by them, but it's an outdoor music venue where they bring in big name artists throughout the year, and there's other great events that happen out there. The Amarillo Museum of Art is definitely something people don't think about when they come to town, but it's a great contemporary art museum that is actually free to the public. And then the other that I always like to mention is Panhandle Plains Historical Museum. It is a short drive from downtown Amarillo. It's actually about 15 minutes in Canyon, Texas, but it is the largest history museum in Texas. That's about a 200,000 square foot museum. So you can spend a lot of time going through the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum.
No kidding. So much to learn there. You did mention the Big Texan, which was my first experience driving through Amarillo many, many decades ago on a cross-country trip and down I-40, and you know, it's one of these historical places. But talk about some of the other great places to eat in Amarillo.
Well, I would be remiss without saying my favorite place to get a steak in Amarillo, and that is definitely OHMS. That is an upscale American fare is what they serve there. It's in the downtown dining district, which there's lots of other excellent restaurants there. Another excellent restaurant is El Tejavan. I would definitely suggest that for authentic Mexican food. And then, of course, Coyote Bluff Cafe, which has been all over the Food Network and other places on TV. And then Golden Light Cafe and Cantina is the oldest continually operating cantina on Route 66.
There you go.
Also, great burgers there.
Oh boy, that sounds great. All right, so another road trip to put on the list. We're gonna put Visit Amarillo down there. Hope, but before you go, what's the website and where can folks follow you guys for more info?
Yep. So it's going to be visitamarillo.com to find all things to do in Amarillo, and then just visit Amarillo on all social media.
All right, Hope Stokes, appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Hey, we'll see you on the road.
Excellent. Thank you so much.